we got ourselves an SAT problem that involves the equation of a circle and also completing the square. We got a equation that they say is for a circle with a certain center and a radius, and they want us to solve for C. But the way we're going to do it is by first recognizing that the general equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So because they gave me the center, I can plug that in. And the way the notation works is that the h is the x coordinate of the center and the k is the y coordinate. So I know I can just plug that in. X minus negative 3 would actually turn into x plus 3, and then squared, plus, and then it's going to be y minus 5 squared. Ooh, I'm bad over here. It's actually supposed to be r squared. So when they gave us the r, I also plugged that in. I put a 3 right there. So it's going to be 3 squared. Now, 3 squared is 9. So I'm just going to get rid of that and call it 9. And now I've got the equation of a circle. But they told me that this is the equation for that same circle. So I need to try to make this guy look like this guy. Well, how do I do it? Turns out I need to start by putting x squared and the ax next to one another and leave a space that's about to get completed. Then I do the same thing for the y's, and then the c that we're trying to solve for, I'm going to take him and move him to the right side as a negative c. Next step is to do completing the square. And the way that works is you take the coefficient on the x, you divide it by 2 and you square it and you add it in right here. So I got to do the same thing to the other side as well, a over 2 squared. And then likewise for this one over here, b over 2 squared. So I add that in on the other side as well. And then the way the left side factors, this is a pretty advanced completing the square problem. So you might want to check out my previous video on completing the square in case this is not making any sense. But you then do x plus, you have to divide this one by 2 and square it. That's the square that we refer to when we say completing the square. If I do the same kind of thing over here, it'd be y plus b over 2 squared. And now I've got it matching up a little bit closer on the left side of things. I can see that all this is matching up with that. So if I continue to match up, then I can realize that a over 2 matches up with 3. Okay, so that tells me the value of a is 6. And then I can do something very similar where I say b over 2 matches up with negative 5. So that means b is negative 10. I see. Okay, so now that I have those numbers, I can pop them in over here, and I would get 6 over 2 squared. And then let's see the next one, that negative 10. Let's pop that in right there. And then that's going to be also over 2 squared. And then we still have the negative c from above. And all of that right side over here matches up with the right side there. So now I just have to set these two guys equal. So that's going to mean that 9 equals negative c plus, well, 6 over 2 is 3. When I square that, I get 9. Plus, let's see, negative 5 squared. Negative 5 times negative 5, that's 25. Now I can subtract 9 on both sides. That gets me 0 equals negative c plus 25. And then I could add the c to both sides, and I get 25 equals c. So finally got my answer. Turns out the answer is 25. That's the value of C. Definitely one of the harder SAT problems. When you encounter these kinds of problems, don't spend too much time on them until you've taken a look at all the other problems. But that's it for me. I hope you have a good day.